Hey guys! Welcome to another video of mine, my attempt at clown makeup. Do your best to make sure your hair is out of your face and just overall out of the way before you start. You don't want it getting in the way. Now, being fully honest, I am not the best at laying down my eyebrows, but I've always used Elmer's washable school glue. You could probably use the clear one too. I've just always had the purple. It's what I use. It's what I have on hand. You want to make sure that you do this at least 3 or 4 times, putting setting powder in between each layer of glue. As you can see here, I tend to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD setting powder. It's just what I've used so far. It's my personal favorite, and I think it's really affordable. Here, I went a little out of my comfort zone, and I went ahead and put the HD setting powder all over my face. I saw another creator do it, helped with their oily skin, so I gave it a shot, and then here I'm priming. As always, I kind of just do whatever when doing my base, so it works. Don't question me. If it works, it works. When it comes to my white base, I use the LA Girl Pro Color Mixing Pigment, not the actual foundation. I hear there are plenty of good white foundations. This is just personally what I use. I think it has pretty decent coverage, and it usually lasts me a while, but I haven't tried other products yet. Which, by the way, I did try to include pretty much the entirety of me putting my foundation on so you guys could see how I do it if you don't personally have experience setting up your white base. After gluing down your eyebrows, it might take you a few times of going over them with foundation and setting powder. I didn't worry about it too much, particularly because I was just doing this as a first attempt, first try. Even though I did end up leaving the house in it, I do think it turned out well, but like I said, depending on your brows, you might need to layer it more. You might even need to try to put concealer on top of your eyebrows and then the foundation to help hide it. I have had this makeup palette for the longest time. It is the Love Betsy eyeshadow palette. I'm not sure which one in particular it is, but it was one of the first palettes I got. I ended up using that dark blue because I didn't have a product that had a bright enough blue or good enough coverage for this specific look, which sucked, but it is what it is. I brought the blue about halfway up my forehead, and I covered up about the half of the front part of my eyebrows, and then I come in with another blue. I come in with the LA Colors Iced Pigment Powder. I got that from the dollar store. I used the Maybelline Shadow Blocks, the third purple down. It ended up not originally being as vivid as coloring as I wanted, but I did come in with a different eyeshadow. However, when I was using this one, I started at about the midway point of my eye, and I fanned it out from both on the top and the bottom. I do believe I ended up switching brushes a few times to concentrate the color more, especially once I switched to a deeper shade of purple from a different palette. Oh wow, look, the other palette. This is the City Mini palette. It's by Maybelline. I love Maybelline products. So this one, I believe I got at a Walgreens. Now, their purple this is like a perfect deep purple. It shows very well both on like white foundation like this and on normal skin. As you can see, I'm kind of just going over what I already did with the lighter purple and then bringing this green pigment in. This is also like the blue pigment I used earlier, also from the dollar store. It's been great. I love it. It worked well enough for my inner corners. I ended up not having vivid enough eyeshadows for this makeup look to turn out exactly the way I wanted, but you can definitely see the vision. It did take me a couple tries of layering the green for it to pop the way I wanted it to, but I do think in the end it turned out well enough. I definitely like the contrast between the 3 different colors. Here's when I started turning into a cosplay of Big Bird. I started with this yellowy orange color on my nose and on my cheeks, kind of just trying to keep them in a more circular fashion. Using this palette that was a gift from one of my friends. She says she got it at the dollar store. The Beauty Intuition Rosy Nudes. Very great coloring. I think it worked out well. In the corner, you can see I marked when I was using each different part eyeshadow. It goes back and forth between the ones that I used, so that should make it easier if you are also using this product. Obviously, it did take me a couple of tries, but I do want to remind you guys to make sure you are getting the 2 little circles on the sides of your lips, because I'm going to be honest, I had almost forgot when I was doing this. Kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. I also ended up putting some of the brighter foundation on my lips, even though, I did end up using a stick instead. I came in with some more HD setting powder, just being my usual paranoid self before I started on the eyebrows, which I marked out with black eyeshadow from the Maki Yika eyeshadow palette I got off of Amazon. Then I come back in and I go over my eyebrows with the Revlon Micro Color Stay eyeliner. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. I love how thin the tip is. I love how easy it is to work with. I highly recommend it if you're doing any type of detailed makeup. Once I did the eyeliner, I came back in with the black eyeshadow and I kind of blended out the parts of the eyebrows that were a little closer together. Then I moved straight into doing the actual eye makeup itself. Same eyeliner. I begin with the spikes on the bottom of my eye and then I move on to actually doing the wings. The spikes were honestly my favorite part to do. They were very fun, very easy. I liked how they brought the makeup look together. As you can see here, just do a big old giant wing, like halfway across your face wing. I promise you, with the colors on this look, it looks fantastic. Highly recommend if you want to do something like this. Give yourself those big old bat wings. Seriously, you don't want to be the alt girl that walks by and everyone's like, oh no, an angel lost their wings because yours aren't big enough. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time taking myself seriously today. Obviously, I'm kind of just repeating the process on my other eye. I did bring it up halfway through so that I was kind of doing a halfway point with the eyeliner. Right in smack in the middle, pretty much where I had blended out the purple in the first place. Then I come in with my L'Oreal Color Reach? I don't know. It's a true red. My mom got it for me a while ago. Very easy for me. I think this red really did bring the entire look together because after doing it on my lips, I did go through and blend it in on my cheeks and my nose to just give it that extra pop. As you can see here, like I said, I did kind of just dot it in. I'm dotting it in, as you can see here, just kind of trying to bring some brightness to my cheeks as it wasn't as vibrant as in the photos. I did not have a bright red eyeshadow. I know, disappointing. I really need to get one. But I do think this really helped when it came to making it look more like the photo itself, even though, you know, I think this makeup look might have been a little bit of a flop. But oh well, you know what? I tried. Here I come in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I use this before I put on eyelashes because if I'm being fully honest, and if you've ever worn lashes before, if you do not soak them in mascara, once you put those lashes on, I promise you it's going to be noticeable. It gets really annoying because I tend to forget a lot, but we're not going to talk about that. And here's the final look, taking my hair down. I really enjoyed doing this. Thank you so much for watching.